I would say as follows. That is actually, the Talmud talks about that. The Talmud talks about that. There's a law of how they used to have a custom to sing in front of the bride and groom when they got married. The Talmud says there that they had a song they used to sing, which was called Kates and Rock, and how you dance in front of the Kala. And they would say, beautiful, beautiful bride. That's what they would say. And the Talmud says that's what you should say. You dance in front of the bride. What a beautiful bride! So there are one group of rabbis who say that's what you should say. Other groups say, no, how can you say that? Maybe she's not beautiful. How can you call it? Maybe she's not beautiful. Maybe you should just say something beautiful about her. Maybe say she's got a beautiful fingernail. Yeah, that's manicure. So the rabbis say, no, but you can't do that. You're going to insult her. So we have to say the truth. So the Gemara answers, says, no, you can say she's beautiful. Because she's getting married, she's obviously beautiful to this person. And that's subjective. Physical beauty is subjective to a large degree. I mean, there's maybe parameters, but basically we can say that it's subjective because it's in the physical world. Spirituality is something that there is a system that the spirituality has to bring you back to connect you to God. See, people can be very spiritual, but are on the wrong track. Right? You can have people who are spiritually powerful, who from our perspective are doing what's called avodah zarah, idolatry, black magic, whatever you want to call it. But they're tuned into spirituality, but it's not helpful. But you might not see that. You might see a guy who's, very, very spiritual, he's doing very, very spiritual things, and he may be good, he may not be good, I don't know. I'm not saying he's not, but he may or may not be. The spirituality has to go and to connect you to a system that connects you to Hashem, connects you to God. If it connects you to yourself and your own ego, and you're very powerful, that's not good. So that's more objective. So this rabbi was not looking at the physical beauty at all. He was saying, spiritually, I see you've not refined yourself. And that's more objective, because it has to connect back to God.
Okay, so putting it in words that we kind of use now, what I hear you saying is that God has us on this world for a purpose.
Right.
And all of us struggle, I think, finding our own purpose. But when we do find our purpose and we connect with it, then it all is in alignment.
That's right. That's right. The world is moving towards a purpose. Even all of Jewish history is moving towards a purpose. It's hard to imagine, but we are moving towards, even science today. Science now tries to find a unified theory, right? We have various theories. We try to find a unified theory, which is actually a sign of what you call a period of time where the world comes to a utopian understanding and revelation and a clarity. Because science itself is now trying to find what's the unity in the world. And that's just a statement of the times, where history is leading us now to a point where, God willing, we've been through trials and tribulations, ups and downs, but as a society, as a world, although there's a lot of negativity, we are moving towards it, and as individuals we are. With our own relationship with God, in this world, and after we pass away, and the whole system is moving towards that, and we will have a part to play in that, and try to figure it out.
Yeah. You said about the story with Yossi that he's got a block in this spot, but he's got a lot of good traits.
Right.
Now, if this is somebody who I don't know anything about them, do I have to make up in my head, imagine some kind of shit? What is it that I can see in somebody that I know nothing about that is, I guess, what's what I'm looking for, that is redeeming?
Yeah. I mean, that is hard to do, obviously, a person. But I want to share with you. There's a rabbi called Victor Miller. Victor Miller is a great rabbi. I should try to find this and show this to everyone here. He has this little page called 10 Steps to Greatness. And he gives you 10 little things to do for about a minute or two a day that refine you spiritually. And one of the things he had there on the list of 10, it's amazing. He said, go take today and look at someone you don't even know and try to see the Tselem Elohim, the divine spark in that person. So you don't know. It's amazing. Because, when you look at people, you make very fast judgments. In fact, kids make judgments. And they should do that. It's protection. You know, if a person comes, Uncle Harvey was always in the kid's face, the guys are kids like that, and a person is friendlier, the babies know. We do it as adults also. But to look past, try to see in the person something special that can be done, But in our case here, if you don't know the person at all, I mean, you won't really have a framework to do it. I'll show you an idea.
I would just say, like, because we know that each person is created in its own little being, every person is created in God's image. So then we just have to say, okay, I don't know this person, but obviously they're for a reason. They're its own little being. They have some kind of divine spark. That's why, Hashem created them.
Right.
And that's it. Leave it at that. I don't necessarily need to know what is the trait that is good about the person. If I don't know the person, I don't have to tell them what's your good traits.
Right, exactly.
But I would assume that there's something positive about that person, whether it's revealed to me or not, because everybody is created in Hashem.
That's exactly right. And that's what Rabbi Miller's idea is. It's a training, it's a practice. It's a practice to try to look at people and to see them in that way. Try it. It's amazing. Try tomorrow, pick one person, and look at them and try to see that, wow, something special in that person. It's amazing.
If someone continues to show you their bad backbone and to be really blunt on you, but as much as you want to believe that there's a positive trait, you never see it when it becomes in your personal interaction with the person. At what point do you just have to let that whole relationship kind of...
The relationship, maybe this has nothing to do with the relationship in the sense that, the person that's negative to you, I'm not saying you should continue to have a relationship with them. That's a codependency, that's very unhealthy. Someone who you keep depending on and keeps, betraying your secrets, and you keep saying to the person, oh, I'm going to try again, no, you have to do that. You have to make your relationship accordingly. But in your emotion, how you feel about the person is different. So you should always protect yourself knowing who the person is. But if the person, you can't see anything good in them, you got to work very hard. It's a greater challenge. That's why this story was so great, because this man was so amazing, and God sent this person right in his face, to awaken that point. And that's a hard job to look. But you got to look, you got to dig deep. That's what
If we each have a special, unique role in the world, how do you really know what your role is?
It's a long class. It takes 120 years. That's a long topic. I say to people to try to do something here. This is a recommendation. You want to try, it's interesting. Take a piece of paper and write 30 positive things about yourself. Now, the way it's going to work is you're going to write the first one, I'm kind. Second one, I'm generous. I'm a nice guy. You start getting in trouble, then you start digging out, I don't hurt farm animals. You start to really pull the bottom of the barrel because you can't think of anything. But in reality, what happens is, if you find the most minute things that you do, I like music. I like sunsets. I like animals. I'm very organized. Very, very small things that are really meaningless on the surface. When you have your list of 30, you read that, you say, wait a minute, that's a unique combination. How many people are really organized and creative? Usually people that are organized are less creative. I'm creative and I'm organized. So it's a tapestry of yourself. And what happens is that there's two ways that the rabbis tell us to try to find what you got to do in life. One is to try to work on your negative aspect. One is to work on your positive aspect. Generally today in the world, we're at a stage that we're in the positive aspect. That's 99.99% of the people here in the world have to focus. So when you have certain skills, that means that is something that is part of your gift. If you like sunsets, and you're good at science, and you find all these things, and you list them, then what happens is that becomes a sort of a picture of what you're really about. Each individual might be meaningless, but in the whole picture, you start to get a sense, wow, I am a unique person. Your 30 list will not be the same as anyone in this room, I guarantee you. Although we all will have, we're nice and we're kind and we're farm animals. We'll all have that. But the other things will be unique thing for you. Okay? Thank you very much, everybody.